I invite you while you rest there to rest like a mountain. The bottom of your body meeting the earth like a mountain does, made of earth. Broad base, sturdy foundation, upright. The peak of your mountain at the top of your head. From the solidness of your base, from the bulk of your sturdiness, rising straight up to those high, sort of heavenly energies that are available when we go up to the top of a mountain. Maybe the peak of your mountain is in the clouds. Breathing, resting, solid, simple, grounded, being your big job, simply to be mountain. Feeling your upright spine, both the bulk and a kind of a dignity, a majesty of being. Love's mountain, being's mountain. And letting the creature of the body feel that sturdy support of earth. You are here. You are sturdy. You take up space. You belong on that spot of earth. Then I want to invite you to imagine the same, you might be giant, the same size, mountainish space with its point below your heart up into the sky, like a wine glass, like a tulip collecting light. Now you could soften, open down in this sturdy mountain support. Allow your heart to lift. Might even let your face come back. This kind of openness to the heavenly. We are, after all, these bodies light collectors. We settle down, when we quiet down, when we soften and we open. The light from the holy stalactite I mentioned the other day, always dripping down from the heavens, inspiring, refreshing, enlivening, enlightening. A human posture that sort of mimics this might be spreading our legs out and lifting our arms up in a planted triangle base and a lifted triangle invocation. Light me up, fill me up with your light, empty me of all nonsense. And bring the inspiration, the support, the magic, of presence to bear. Grounded, lit. I would invite you to rest into that, sort of letting your breath on the out breath plant itself in mountain, on the in breath collect light like a tree might with its spreading branches. This imagery is powerful. It reflects a reality we can't always sense or see. We are constantly being bombarded with spiritual energy. So here we take time out to use this imagery and this time, this guidance, to open to the beautiful high notes, the highest design heaven might have for unfolding through us, different from our history, different from our ideas that are born of past limitation. Here we lift ourselves almost into the heavens to envision and imagine, what if we are here, no matter what we think or how we've evaluated things, what if we are here to extend divine love? What if we are here for our highest, most beautiful use? And what does that feel like, look like, smell like? Can you imagine the chords of your instrument, of your body, being plucked by an angel? Can you imagine this mouth, these capacities, this body, this heart, this voice to be used on behalf of the highest light, the most beautiful use you could imagine for that one that you are? And I want to invite you in this quiet, private space to imagine what that might look like if this lit resource, your highest self, your highest design, were to shine here in 2025. What would that look like? What would it feel like? Let yourself imagine it. Float about with a harp and wings, with a robe, with a halo, crowned by heaven. So much wants to be given. Sometimes it's so useful just to cast the eyes and the heart heavenward, the arms flung up. Guide me, fill me. There are things that come only when we ask. That as we take our invocation from this morning, I begin in beauty, I begin in love, I begin in unity, I begin in wild creativity, I begin in limitless possibility, harmony, love. We imagine ourselves as that one who could not only begin that way, but actually uh, persist that way, manifest that way, tuning our receivers into high energies of our holiest imaginings. There is a power in our invoking imagination. And here we invoke and imagine, born of using, how do I say, allowing heaven to use our light for the highest good for all beings, to glorify the source versus, things that prop up our ego or bring our ego's dreams to come true. I mean, we may get some ego benefit on the way. What is your highest, largest vision of how you might be used in 2025 to be a representative of this light and beauty of your highest sense for yourself? You can let pictures play, scenarios play, feels play. And let your body come along for it. Breathe the light into your body, whether you feel it or you imagine it. Put a hand on the places that are particularly dense or afraid. Bring them along in the sidecar. Let your heart be lit like a sun. Let your body soak up the tenderness and simplicity that's here. We must turn our eyes toward the eternal, toward presence, toward what lives within, heavenward, inward, to revive our connection with that so that we live here but not of here, so that we are inspired and soothed, guided, healed by the light that we are. And we could imagine these flaming hearts, these winged beings, taking hands as that, taking hands in the name of our highest, sweetest selves. It's a very powerful thing to sit in the name of love with others, like a very attractive body, receiving body. May we live love. May we live light. May veils fall from our eyes, limitations fade as we step into our tenderest, brightest offerings to life, to the planet, to the whole, to the holy. It's so important to hold a space for a kind of a very large possibility, a very wide potentiality, because conditioning has so set our expectations and our sights for ourselves in such a limited way. And life may give us a limit or two or 10 to dance with, to deepen us. But that doesn't mean that we have to orient in fear around keeping our vision tiny, vision of the possible. I'm going to declare 2025 the year where all limiting assumptions are washed to the sea.